Welcome to the new episode of DHTML. In this session, I am going to discuss about the advanced JavaScript. So, we'll start with the element of JavaScript. So, in previous session, I have discussed what are the way to integrate your JavaScript with the HTML file, and here we are going to learn one by one step how to develop a complete JavaScript based HTML program. So the first point, that is the element of the JavaScript. A JavaScript has a different basic elements which help you to learn how to write a JavaScript. So well known, we write the JavaScript between script tag. So we all use elements of JavaScript in between script tag. JavaScript statement, statement block, JavaScript comment are basic elements of JavaScript. So the JavaScript script statements. So whatever statements you are going to write, that should be within the script tag, and each and every statement should complete with semicolon symbol. JavaScript script statements are case sensitive. So if we write things in the small alphabet, so it should be right. Further to use the same element, so it should be in small alphabet only. So it's a case sensitive language, and we must complete the statement with semicolon. So this is the example. Let's say the two statements are there, the two print statements you want to print. The one is document.write welcome JavaScript, document.write JavaScript is easy to learn and understand, right? So there should be a semicolon here, right? It's a missing in this book. And then the third statement, it is alert, right? So you want some pop-up box. So with the help of alert keyword, it will generate the small dialog box, one pop-up box with the message best of luck, right? So that is the basic elements. The next, that is statement blocks. So how to write the JavaScript statement in we learn in the previous topic. So now we write a number of statement together, right? So within the script tag you can write. This is also the block of statement, only there is not one statement, a multiple, three statements are there. So block of statement, right? The next we have, that is JavaScript comments. Like HTML and other programming language, we can also use comments in JavaScript. While applying the comments in JavaScript, it will ignore by the browser to interpret the commented lines. For the comment, there are two types, the single line comment and multi-line comments. The single line comments should be start with double slash before the statement, and the multi-line comment starts with a slash, then star, write the comments, the n number of comments, then ends with star and slash. The next that we have is variable in JavaScript. You all aware about the variable. You have already used a C programming language, so you know the variable. What is the variable? So variable is used in the program to perform some operation, but the JavaScript variable is different than the programming language. In JavaScript variable, it used to store two different values, user defined values and HTML element values as well. Here HTML elements value in new, it is sending its value to the JavaScript, and JavaScript stores it in the variable. So some logical operation, so you can perform some logical operation onto that value. So let's say whatever the value, if you are going to enter in the name text box, So you can store the value of that name text box. Suppose you have entered the value BCA. So that BCA value can be stored to the particular variable, and then you can apply the logic to check like whether there is a character is available or not, how the length of the word, and many more logic you can apply. So the two options, the two reasons we have here to I mean in JavaScript we have a variable with two reasons. The one is to store the variable value, and another one is to store the HTML element as well. There are certain basic rules. The method to declare the variables, I mean the keyword is var. Using var keyword you can declare the variable, right? Is to declare the variable, and then you have to initialize the variable, right? And further you can use that. Some of the basic rules. The JavaScript is case sensitive, so we have to give the name of the JavaScript in small alphabet. Means the full name is different than the capital F and M full name. Remember this thing. You can use alphanumeric and some special character to declare the JavaScript variable. JavaScript use only underscore and dollar symbol. So other symbols are not allowed except underscore and dollar. The first character of the variable name cannot be a digit. You can't write one name, right? Or let's say 1A. A1 is possible, but 1A is not possible because the first character is digit, so it is not allowed. There is no limit to the length of the variable name. You cannot use the reserved words for JavaScript as a variable name. Some valid JavaScript variable declaration. See the examples. The variable number underscore 1, let's say 44. Variable $abc, right? Invalid variables, let's say capital X, so capital is not allowed. Variable 123 1 underscore abc, that is also not allowed, right? So these three are the valid variable name and these three are the invalid variable name. Now the scope of the variable. The variable means the area where the variable can be accessible in the programming. So it is also a part of declaration of the variable. There are two types of variable scope, that is the local variable declaration and global variable declaration. The local variable declaration, it is like a variable declared inside the block of function called local, right? Let's say function sum, variable abc, a equal to 10, b 20, c is equals to a plus b, document dot write c. So it will print the result of c, where a plus b added and stored into the c. So it will print the result 30. Above example a, b, c are the local variable which declare inside the function. Let's see the global variable. A variable which declare anywhere in JavaScript outside the block of function is called global variable. Remember, the scope of such variable is outside the function where it is declared and accessible throughout the program anywhere. So first we have variable a, b, 90 and 30 is the value. Variable c, c is equals to a plus b. Now in the function, so the same value can be accessible within the function. If a is greater than b, so something should be print, right? Let's say that a is maximum, then b, you can write like that, else b is maximum then a. So this is the example of the global variable, right? See, there is an alert message, a is greater than b, right? So that's it for today's session. We'll meet soon in the next session. Thanks for watching my video.